Hey, welcome back. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to some kind of controversy that's going on. Controversy? That's controversial. Controversial. Anyway, this is Amala. Y'all keep tearing me up with the way I'm saying her name, Amala, because you said it's like Kamala, but I thought it was Kamala, so I was saying Amala. Doesn't matter. This is my homegirl. She's reacting to, is the new Captain America anti-American? Let's find out.
Well, guys, Anthony Mackie, the guy who's going to be playing Captain America, is now saying that Captain America represents a lot of things, but America apparently isn't one of them.
No way. Yeah, you better. No way. Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe.
Opening.
Today we're going to be talking about actor Anthony Mackie. Now, he's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was previously Falcon, but now he's taking on the title of Captain America. And with that, he's doing a lot of different press, talking about this character, talking about what he's bringing to the role. And apparently, America is one of the things that he is not wanting to represent through.
This is wild. This is just me putting up my hand and admitting I am not super into, well, movies in general, but you know the whole Marvel DC thing. I do dibble and dabble just because my husband loves them, and so I've seen them. I don't understand what that means, that he used to be Falcon and now he's going to be Captain America. Like, how does that happen? Did Captain America just pass the torch over? Is he like, what? Anyway, also fun fact, I've been on the airplane with Anthony Mackie once. He was so kind. Like, he just was like super chill, just sitting up in first class, just like chilling. He was so nice.
The title of Captain America. And with that, he's doing a lot of different press, talking about this character, talking about what he's bringing to the role. And apparently America is one of the things that he is not wanting to represent.
Literally, how is that possible?
Out of Captain America. We're gonna watch a clip here of him talking about what Captain America represents and see if we can figure out what he means.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
Interesting. Okay, so there's actually a few little contradictory beliefs in there, but we'll get to that.
I'm confused at how we got from one thing to the other. I'm going to listen to what she has to say, but I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you I've already kind of come up with my own conclusion, which is, I'm not sharing that right now because that never serves me well. But I'm always so interested to hear Amala's, my homegirl is what I'm just going to call her take.
That in just a moment. Now, he says that he's playing Captain America, but doesn't believe that the character is a representation of America. Then why are you playing Captain America if you feel like you cannot stand by this representation of the country itself and of the values underlying?
Did he say that,
After
though?
saying that America is not something that Captain America represents, he goes on to say that Captain America is a man with dignity, honor, integrity, who is dependable, which I guess sort of insinuates that the American ideal is not those things. And I can see why somebody like Anthony Mackie would say something like this, and why a lot of Americans aren't really vibing with America right now. They're looking around and they're not thinking the words dignity, integrity, honor, dependable. They're looking at a country that they feel is failing them. But I thought Captain America was about an American ideal. Why not give your American viewers something to aspire to in your iteration of Captain America? And if you feel like...
Okay, so I'm not sure what she meant by she's not surprised that like he would say something like this. I would be interested to know what the question was, because what I've learned, and I talked about this in my recent reaction to some things that Donald Trump said, that I had never seen the full length of the question nor the answer. And I was kind of given a new perspective in that way. But to me, it felt like he was answering in a way that perhaps the question was like, how can this film resonate to people who don't think America is doing that well, or who aren't in America, or who want to look up to Captain America, but they can't because he's only American, is where it felt like that answer maybe came from. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's then why he said, if we take America out of it, we're just talking about a stand-up human, a stand-up man. And so in that way, it can resonate with anybody, is my take. And I could be so wrong because I didn't hear the question. But if I'm wrong, then, him saying that is a little odd given that it is Captain America. But Anthony Mackie is such a non-problematic celebrity. I don't even know if he doesn't give celebrity vibes, that I can't imagine him saying something like that without there being some more context to it. That's me playing the devil's advocate, I guess. If you want to share with me in the comments what the question was, fine, but it's not here in this video. So it is what it is. But yeah, sometimes I think we fire up without having the full scope of everything, and context matters so wildly, it's not even funny. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's keep going.
Ideal. Why not give your American viewers something to aspire to in your iteration of Captain America? And if you feel like this country, America, is not living up to its ideals, then show them what the ideals are and how they're represented in the character that is Captain America. I'm sorry, but you can't play Captain America and then divorce the America from the name.
Well, I don't know, homie. I think I'm disagreeing with you just a teensy weensy bit, because he still played the character, and I'm sure it was written, no matter how Anthony Mackie feels, he probably still performed it in that way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm sorry, but you can't play Captain America and then divorce the America from the name.
I'm trying to find what the question was, but it's not working.
The name America from Captain America, and I think the mainstream view would be that Captain America is sort of a propaganda art piece that paints America in a light that is not truly sufficient with where America is as a country right now. So Anthony Mackie is sort of telling all of the people who are beholden to this propagandist view of Captain America and America itself that the view is not correct. You're imagining it and it's not real. Sort of like telling the little kid who's fighting the dragon in the backyard that the dragon's not really there. And it's okay to hold that view, just hold the view consistently and maybe don't take on the title Captain America. And of course, we're also getting into conversations about race, as Anthony Mackie is going to be playing a black Captain America.
Oh, are people up in arms about this?
Really talk about race in reference to this role.
I think it's a problematic situation when we define the character we play by our race. I think it's very important that remembering Captain America is still a character of the American people, not just one specific part of the people. We didn't call Chris Evans white Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
And I listened to that clip and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Everything you just said there is totally correct. And he even sort of falls back on the idea that Captain America is a representation of America and of the American people, which I 100% agree with. But then he says this in a recent interview. Quote, I feel like it's just as important for black kids to see a black Captain America as it is for white kids. Growing up, one of my favorite superheroes was Green. It wasn't about race or anything. It was about him being a good guy trying to do the right thing. It's very important for kids of all races to be able to watch something and have someone to look up to no matter what they look like, and see that that package comes with a good human being as opposed to what they've been perceived as by everyone else. So is race not a factor in Captain America, or is it a very significant factor that...
I don't feel like he said in that, I don't know if that was a quote or a tweet. It felt like he was saying it doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, green, or orange, as long as kids are able to look up to an upstanding human, then we're all good, right? It kind of aligns with what he said in that previous interview. The one about Captain America wasn't a white Captain America, so why does it matter now? I don't know. We're not vibing today. Yeah, I didn't see the wrong in that. He's saying he feels like it's important for black kids to see a black Captain America just like it is for white kids to see a black Captain America or any color Captain America. It's good for kids to just see positive heroes in today's society is what I'm getting for this. He said black. Again, it feels like perhaps he was asked a question, because look, it says Anthony Mackie talks about what it means to be playing a black Captain America. And he's coming back and saying, I think it's good for black kids the same way I think it's good for white kids. You know what I mean? More and more, I'm seeing little girls with all colored dolls, toys, little boys, same thing. It's like, that's what we're aiming for, right? Not just white girls play with white dolls, white boys play with white action figures. It's like, it doesn't matter. So I think he brought up race in the beginning because he was asked the question, but he ended up by saying, like, as long as he says kids of all races to be able to watch something and have someone to look up to. His last phrase has nothing to do with race. And his first phrase only has something to do with race because it says he was asked perhaps about it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So is race not a factor in Captain America, or is it a very significant factor that alters the lives of children watching the movie? Which one is it? I don't know about you, but I've seen a ton of different kids dress up as Captain America with a little shield and everything, and they're doing somersaults and flipping around and acting like they're a superhero. And those kids have been of all different races. I don't think they're looking at superheroes and thinking, I need to see one of my specific race in order to feel represented.
I don't think he said
fact,
that,
the
guys.
only time that children truly
Did
have
he
those
say
thoughts
that?
is when parents and adults present those thoughts to them.
I agree with
Anthony
that.
Mackie was 100% on the right track when he said this character is not about race. It's not about being a black Captain America. It's about being a Captain America. So how did he fall off the track? So I've got to say, I'm getting a ton of mixed signals when it comes to Anthony Mackie's representation of Captain America. And I've gone through a ton of interview clips and PR that he's done about this film and about this character. And sometimes he says something where I think that's 100% the way this should be viewed and going into it and taking on this role. And then other times, I completely disagree with what's being said. So I'm very curious what he's going to bring to this new Captain America iteration that people are going to be seeing soon. Is it a movie about the American people and American ideas? Is it a movie that completely divorces itself from the American people and the idea of American ideals? Is it a movie about Captain America that has nothing to do with race and everything to do with the character? Or is it a movie where Captain America's race is extremely important to those who are watching? We've seen many a case of press and PR dramatically changing the way a movie is perceived before it comes out. If you watch the Wicked PR tour, you probably thought you were going to go watch a lesbian film. If you saw Rachel Zegler out on the PR tour for Snow White, you watched an actress who hated the source material of Snow White. And if you're watching Anthony Mackie, I guess you're getting mixed signals, and we're going to find out what's happening here. Sometimes a few little quotes from an actor really grow legs and start running away from them, and that could be exactly what's happening with this new Captain America iteration. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. One thing I know for sure is the Marvel Cinematic Universe fans are going to let us know what's up on this one.
Right.
Those are just my thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I encourage healthy debate, so if you disagree with anything said in this video, duke it out, but do so respectfully. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.